ambition. Chief Gabriel Olayinka Muturayo, the Ola of Jala, started as a Misau is a local government area of Bauchi State, Nigeria. Its headquarters are in the town of Misau. The people of Misau are mostly Fulani and Kanuri. Gabriel Olayinka Muturayo grew up with his closest family, deeply rooted before relocating to Taraba State, the nature's gift to the nation. His father and mother are successful entrepreneurs who emphasize the value of education and community service.
Okay, hello, my name is Lawrence Takwa. I want to say a little bit about my childhood friend Gabriel. Interestingly, this is someone I grew with. And unfortunately, at the age of 5, this my young friend lost his dad. At 5, he literally followed his mom to the market. His mom used to sell kerosene. And on the other hand, this young boy sells firewood. This is just to show that he need to have upkeep in the absence of his dad. He was born in Misau in Bauchi State. We went to school together. And on the other hand, I didn't want to study finance. He did. He was posted to Taraba State. And interestingly again, he became a powerful businessman. Friends, do you know that this young man, this my childhood friend, he's now the CEO of 5 companies, viable company. I said, wow, if he can make it, anybody can.
Chief Gabriel Olayinka Muturayo batched a H&D accountant from Federal Polytechnic Bauchi as a determined fellow. Chief found it not pleasant to stop at the current level. He furthered his studies at University of Salford in Manchester, United Kingdom, where he batched the BSc Accounting. He also batched a master's degree in finance from the same University of Salford in UK.
My name is Olayinka Gabriel Muturayo. I'm the CEO of Taraba Business School. I'm also the CEO of Taraba News. I'm also the CEO of Some TV and also the CEO of Supercap and also the CEO of Supercash. For me, growing up was a challenge because I lost my father when I was just at the age of 5. So, but life looks as if can any good thing come out of Nazareth? But with determination and persistence, I was able to overcome a lot of hurdles in life. Even going to school was not an easy thing, particularly when I was at the university. I was working and also schooling. I would go to a place to work just to raise money for me to be able to feed myself and to be able to take care of my needs. If I didn't do that, I wouldn't be able to pay my school fees. I remember days that we have to eat rice and put pepper and groundnut oil. Sometimes we
people going through real issues, and I wanted their stories to be heard. In the documentary, we have the homeless population, talk about the issues themselves and tell the stories and say exactly what they want to say, so that the people who are watching can hear the stories from the perspective of the homeless people themselves. And hopefully that will be enough to foster that empathy and to make you rethink why people are homeless in reality, because it's not just they don't want to get a job or they're addicted to drugs. The issues that cause homelessness are way deeper than people think these days. In the documentary, we deal with issues such as the way cities are built, specifically
technical assistance. I also have here my co-presenter in person of Capacity Lady, aka Fatima Ma. And then with me here I also have Shamaki, aka what are your surname again? You know that those Gen Z nicknames. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for just joining us. This what's trending on Some TV, the polls of the nation. All right, but before we dive into today's story, you know, we can't just start this story without wishing our boss, the CEO of Taraba Business School and Some TV, a wonderful happy birthday, because today is his birthday. So the Some TV crew and the What's Trending crew are wishing the CEO a wonderful happy birthday. A big shout out from us to you, CEO. We wish you long life and a prosperity ahead. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's dive into what's trending today. I guess the weather today is fair enough, but in Jalingo here is hellfire, as we used to get it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this was trending today on social media. My first story goes this way. Angry youth descend on Enugu native doctor for alleged human ritualist. All right, a native doctor identified as Ezinne has allegedly been captured by angry youth in Enugu following accusation that he uses human for ritual purposes. In response, the Iraq youth reported set his house, shrine, and several of his properties ablaze. The incident was brought to public attention through a series of posts shared on social media platform X, formerly Twitter, by user @Agnes. The posts include 2 videos from the scene showing crowds storming an alleged residence of the native doctor. Footage from the video revealed the various items of the shrine were destroyed, while flames engulfed the house and other belongings. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's watch this video and see the way this house is ablaze before we dive into our comment section.
According to the information with me, a na-akọwata na nwoke nwe compound a bụ a native doctor. Na fair wee zaa. He play the show. Na Eziago dị na Enugu, Enugu. Yes. So kafasi wee ka ha na-akọwata na ihe a bụ moto ya, ihe a bụ ụlọ ya, na ndị youth obodo na-agbagodo everywhere ọkụ na compound. You know, watch for your property, a car, bicycle, everything. They go under fire. Ọkụ na fear. So now ha na-akọwata na ha nwetere information na the man use mmadụ eme ritual. Ọ bụrụ ọkụkọ, ọ bụrụ ewu, ọ bụrụ cow, no mmadụ. Unu watch ya lee the man ebe. According to the story with me. No ya nwa be ya. So no they use human being eme ritual. So ha we wanted the information. We ga na compound the man. We watch ya this video nke a dị n'akụkụ now. No pit ogwu na be ya ewee fụ that woman n'otego aka ndị obodo na-achọ that woman ahụ afụrụ ya n'ọka ha bịa tiwazie that pit wee fụzie the woman wee confirm ma ndị ọzọkwa na ha na-akọwata na anọkọta achọwa mmadụ n'obodo ama mfụzikwa ma ndị dị ime ma ụmụazị so ka fa nwetara information gazie ga confirm ọfụkwa some people ngoro anwụ the man hide n'ime pit ahụ ifugia onye nwanyị ezi fadi go ahead order ha ji wee gbawazie m ụlọ ya ọkụ kụwa the man ihe property ya niile gbawa ya ọkụ eziokwu some people got.
Wow, as you can see there, this video is so terrifying and annoying, because why will a human being use his fellow human being for rituals? All right, let me allow my guests in the studio here with me today to air in their own opinion and tell us what they feel about this specific guy that did this then. All right, let me start with my ICT tech. You know, he's really good. All right, Mr. John, what do you have to tell us about this guy?
Yeah, thanks for having me here.
You're welcome, sir.
It's so pathetic anyway to see human being use another fellow human being for rituals or for whatever he wants to. It's inhuman. It's very bad. It's very, very bad. It's very awful. But notwithstanding, my own take in this matter is that at least I don't anything violence. I'm not in support of it. It's the case, the issue would have been reported to the necessary body, the law agencies like the police, instead of the youth taking laws into their hands.
Yeah. Wow, that's really good opinion. That's a really good opinion. He just did instead of you taking action, they should have just reported to the security agency in the town. All right, my fellow co-presenter, what do you have to tell us about this?
Okay, first of all, I want to say happy birthday to our CEO and What's Trending Cruise. Nice to have you here. First of all, what I want to say about this situation, like our tech expert said here, it's wrong for someone to use another human being for any act. This is beyond, and them taking laws into their hands is not proper at all. So if you want to do anything, please, let's think before we do some things. We know, yes, what he did was wrong, but taking laws into your hands is better you report to the right authorities. Right now, this our day safe. Whenever you report, they feel they are just going to lock him up, and after some days they will just release him. That's why they did what they did. It does in my own thinking, but it's better still they report to the right authority than taking any laws into their hands.
Wow.
And rest in peace for those people that lost their life in this kind of thing. So,
wow, that was really a wonderful opinion out there. All right, Mr. You know, Gen Z guy, boy. He's a Gen Z boy here. All right, what do you have to tell us about this trend right now?
For me, the police case and the ritual is bad for somebody to use somebody for ritual and the beating. For me, I have a concern, like, I never see Babalawo will leave Shrine, get house, get car.
No, that's why we call them Gen Z native doctors. You know, they don't improve. Everything is, they said the world is becoming a global village. So even native doctors are embracing it.
I feel for him to be using people for ritual, that means you should have those things they bond. Because you using somebody for ritual, it's not blood money, you're looking for money. So
no,
that
he's not doing it for himself. Like our tech lead said, there's a, what do you call it? Another Babala with aeroplane. So I think that's the only.
You see, the Babalaos we have these days, the native doctors, I think they are not like the ones of those days, where you see a native doctor in a hut, and now they have money. They have lots of money. So, you know, and it is believed that when you are going for money ritual, you should look at the lifestyle of the person doing the ritual for you. You understand? So they have money too. They should get results from what they are doing.
You know, unlike before that they'll tell you you have to bring the intestine.
I understand something. You know, before Babalawo, they will do it for you, and most times you go to the shrine, he's not there. Once you stay, that's when you hear chew it. According to Nigerian film, then he appears.
I'm telling you, the native doctors now, they are Android.
Yeah. So what I notice is that means the native doctors of this time, they do what all these guys do. This, should I call them all these working boys? Yeah, they have rates.
Yeah.
So if you pick for like 1 million naira, you give him rates. Maybe let's say 20%. Wow. Well, the former ones,
definitely. Those ones, the former ones, if you die,
they'll
tell you bring chicken, bring cow, bring goat. Those ones, they will tell you, okay, go and bring the heart.
Those days, they will give you calabash. You should drop whatever you want.
Yeah.
You understand?
Choice.
So these days, they are updated. So they charge you for what they are going to do.
Seriously.
And apart from the charges, of course, all these things, there are repercussions for it.
Yes.
Definitely. Wow, viewers out there, this is really a nice comment from my guest today with me in the studio. Just as you heard what they're saying, there are a lot of atrocities happening around. And please just be careful, because you can't tell what your neighbor is doing for a living, and don't be envious about people's things. Because this is what leads one problem to another, that you had somebody saying he's a ritualist. Because of envy, because you are not sure of how that person is making it in life. So just be mindful and know what you want to do for yourself. If you also want to join this conversation, you can drop your comment on our Facebook page at Some TV. We're going to read it out to you. Thank you so much. All right, that's what our listeners are saying about this comment before we move to the next trend we have for today. At OG Benzema said, all these kind of people no need judgment, just off them immediately. You see, like someone said that, yes, killing them quietly without people knowing. All right. At Mark Yoto said, what's the difference between him and those your Niger pastor? This person. Wow, this is something else. There are big difference. Pastors are far better than this. All right. Okay, let's move on to our next trend that we have. In Nigeria, you can get booked for naming ceremony for $400K. Now, Davido talked this one. I don't know why he said that. $400,000 is not a joke in this country. He said this due to an interview on, he went out, I guess it should be in another country. He was interviewed. He was being interviewed. Is it TT? Let's talk with TT, something like that. So he was being interviewed. All right, let's dive to the story and get to find out why he said that. Popular Nigerian Davido stares mixed reaction as he claims that artists get paid up to $400K for naming ceremony. He made this known while speaking in a rant interview, Tap with TT. Yeah, that's the name of the TV, the show he had been interviewed in. In the video, he opined that one could get booked for a naming ceremony for as much as $400K. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's watch the video and hear from the horse's mouth.
To come there, it's okay.
Yo, in Nigeria, like you can get booked for any like.
No, y'all get too much money.
You can get booked for a naming ceremony, $400,000. Like,
it's crazy.
Y'all don't want it's like India, just how like you see how they celebrate everything in India, and it's kind of like that. Like they always celebrate everything, and once you're doing a wedding or a birthday, like especially if you have money, the aim thing is to invite like probably a big artist your wife likes or your kids like for the birthday, like It's just be happening like that.
Yeah, I know. Trust me, I know. I know how many no's I get from trying to book y'all over here.
So I mean, also it's so we have to also think like it's far. Like,
it's far.
You know what I'm saying? I live in Atlanta. Like I have a house in Atlanta.
And then the visas and like and then
I was born here, so I have my passport.
Yeah.
I've been have my passport. So
yeah.
I don't really have that problem. But yeah, apart from that, and these days like. The genre is so big, the culture is so big.
Yeah.
The demand is kind of more than the supply. So it's like people have to be, everywhere.
Wow. Just as you heard from the horse's mouth, he said in Nigeria, an artist can be paid $400K. I want to know, like, for my guests in the studio, $400K in Nigeria, if it's converted, how much million or billion are we talking about here? Because he made it, he generalized it, not that he specified that, okay, there are specific artists. Oh, let me allow my guests in the studio to air in their own opinion. Let me start with our tech lead here.
Well, my take on this matter is that in Nigeria, for Davido to say artists should be paid $400K. Mentioning, I have a problem with mentioning the word dollar in Nigeria alone, because it should be naira.
Yeah.
And again, we have enough problem in Nigeria than to start calling artists for naming ceremony. Of course, all fingers are not equal anyway.
Yeah, sure.
And for you, Davido, to say $400, yes, you might get paid $400, but we have other artists who will collect less. So I believe the celebrant should be able to cut his or her coat to her size. If I can't call Davido, I'll call Baba Frayo. You understand?
Is it $400K or 400,000? Is it
$400K?
Okay, $400,000.
Yes.
$400.
Yes.
No, $400,000.
$400,000 here in Nigeria. So I just feel, okay, imagine some artists that you just call in and tell you, okay, please, I beg, $20,000. All right, what do you have to say about this, my co-presenter?
You know, say Davido, in guest standards. So whenever Davido is speaking, Davido and one other. Do you get? So whenever he's talking, I beg, no one no even smell that place, because he's talking based on say he have it, and the way he's talking, he should know that all fingers are not equal, and nobody is like him. So he can decide to even say he's going to perform free, not necessarily I need to collect money or anything. So him calling amounts of money and generalizing it is actually me. I think he might be mistaken, because I don't think he really meant what he said. Because if we are going to follow that according to what he said, then no artist will perform. No artist, because who would carry that amount of money to pay an artist? Well, we still have problem in Nigeria. Like food service is another thing. We have like our technique said. All fingers are not equal.
Yes, you invite an artist according to your size. If you can't pay Davido, you can pay others.
But there are some people that want to show. I want to.
No, if you have the money and you can pay Davido, why not?
Yes.
You understand? So it's level by level.
People don't know that. If you bring him now, some people say it's fake life. Like this co-am concept. It's his money that you pay, even if it's fake life.
I just feel so. If you bringing Davido, you are actually doing fake life.
It's my money. Thank you.
If you have the money, you can bring
Davido.
But if you're bringing Davido, stressing yourself to get the money just for show off, then it's a fake life.
It's fake because most Nigerians, anybody that wants to please all these artists, they will even start saying they need support. They want someone to sponsor this person. So it's a fake life. If you
live the fake life, and at the end of the day, you get being dragged.
Even if I just feel even if you have the money, my aunt will say these richest children they'll climb plane just to go to Dubai and go and take ice cream and come back. She will ask herself, don't they have like poor people in their village? I think that it's better is you helping than you carrying that money to say you want.
You that know that there's poor people in the village.
But at least people are suffering. You're carrying that money.
You know that there's something about this life. When you're in a certain level, you think about people in your level.
Yes.
So you now, so you now are thinking for your
based on her level.
You're thinking for your fellow people. But 400K for waiting the mama born.
Like
picking if you be hype man for the nearest future.
Wow. All right, viewers, you heard from my guest here in the studio with me, and please, there are a lot of people out there that just love showcasing. You don't have something, don't kill yourself, don't stress it. Do your level. Let's cut our coats according to
no, that one no the work again. No, it's cut your It's not according to size now.
Okay.
Get yard way you know if you buy. So it's according to your money. You go see yard way.
According to your money because the yard don't work. Yard you can see now. Let's check the book per yard here now 200K. You have to go and buy the thing.
The teller, there's this video. You know, we just go online, we see video, and then we say we need.
Yeah, we need this.
So there was this guy Julius in our school. He saw Dangote with a yard. He now say, "Kai, the teller go need this." So the teller told him that per yard of this cloth Dangote is wearing is no naira. It's $25 per yard. So you see, it's according to
that's the fake life. So please, ladies and gentlemen, our viewers out there, if you're watching this is what my guest today said. So please air in your own by sending your own comments on our Facebook page. All right, let's see what Anisis is saying about the video. At it, McTony said, "Linus, you don't come again." Wow, that means he has been lying and lying and lying. Then at Toro Mate said, "To Davido being born in Atlanta is like being born in heaven." You see, he is a star. In fact, he was born with a silver spoon because his parents are in it already when he came to the world, and he met them in it. He made it too. He's still in it, and all those things. So please, let's just be mindful, okay? All right, moving to our last but not the least trend for today. Woman caught on CCTV stealing 300K wigs. Drop phone as guarantee for payment. Can you imagine, ladies? It's like problem. All right, let's get to know the story. A Nigerian woman who stole a bone straight wig and a pexi together worth 300,000 from a shop has reportedly dropped her mobile phone as collateral until she paid back the full amount after being caught on CCTV. This was revealed on a series of posts shared on social media platform formerly X, Twitter. In the video, the woman is seen being confronted by several individuals who ask her how she intends to pay the stolen items. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's watch this video and hear the way this lady is explaining how she wants to pay this wig she stole.
Where's your phone? This is the phone, have you? Hold on. Now what will we do? Oh yeah, camera now. No, you can't hold the phone. Give her the phone. Hold on first. Oh yeah.
The hair, make sure hold the hair.
Take. Yeah, the hair.
Ask is they're saying they should let her hold her phone.
Hold the phone.
Hold on.
Your phone where? Turn the back of the phone.
Now what are you going to do with the phone right now? Talk. What are you going to do with the phone? You said you want to drop the phone, Abi?
Talk louder.
Talk.
That's what she said.
What is in your mind? You say you want to drop the phone until you pay the item that you stole before they can give your phone back to you. Eh?
You see?
No problem.
She even do my club.
Listen. Say it that I want to drop my phone until I.
When I pay.
It's when you pay, eh? After payment before you will collect your phone back. Is that so? Eh?
Show the phone. Show the phone.
When do you intend to pay?
I don't know when I get it. I'll come.
So whenever you get the money, that's when you come and collect your
phone. How much is the value of the phone?
It's a gift.
It's a gift.
Person give to this type of phone.
Raise it. So I can see it.
They pay for her house rent.
What is the maker of the phone? Samsung. Samsung what?
I hope it's not somebody's phone.
Not A53.
Samsung what?
That's not Samsung A53.
Where's your phone?
Wow, ladies and problem. We can't kill ourselves. Please, sisters, if you don't have it, manage what you have. You won't die. All right, let me ask my guests here. You know, the guys, I know they will have something to say. I see the experts what they have to say because I know you must.
My own take in this matter is that no, some ladies. Let me not generalize it.
Yeah.
Some ladies are just too dangerous. Understand? I'm sure that this lady for her to have looked at herself, rated herself to that extent, I think she would have pestered her boyfriend to give her money for her. And after collecting that money, she still went ahead and stole something of that, a wig of that magnitude. And I don't know why ladies are always after expensive wig like that. It's not as if when you wear them, we men, we know that this is 300,000, this is 250,000.
At least with the girls, if you buy expensive shirt, you leave the label on it. But girls, if you buy wig, it's wig. You
understand? We don't even know the price. So who are you impressing? I think they are just being competitive within themselves. My friend is using 300k wig. I must have it. I don't even know the names. I must have it. That is what is causing all this problem. Just like we said before, you should learn to live your life according to what you have. Yes, you can still be beautiful without stealing a wig.
It's beholder.
It's shameful. It's shameful. It's shameful.
Wow. All right. Co-presenter, what do you have to say about this?
Okay, let me speak based on the lady part. You know, we ladies. I know, yes, if you wear a wig of 300k, 1 million, a guy will not know. But a lady, she will definitely know. So, like Tech Lead said, we are just competing within ourselves. This lady, I said, oh, more, see this girl, they wear they do. Do you get that kind of stuff and all of that? But please, me, I want to speak on the part of a business person. If you're doing business, like always checkmate. Be mindful of your business. It's your sweat. Is your hard earned like your this thing, your zeal, everything you put in that business. So another person coming to steal from you is very painful. So please, let's be more careful in dealing with doing our business, running our business. Don't squander your money anyhow, and try to manage your business in a way that so nobody can scam you.
You cannot tell which customer and which customer is.
No, I think the business owner. The business owner is watchful, she's mindful, because that's why she put that CCTV camera there. Ordinarily, she wouldn't have known.
But how she be one escape with the weeks?
So it's a good thing that she put in effort in her business to catch the lady. Ladies out there,
that's why we keep encouraging the use of ICT in every business.
Yes.
If not because of ICT, a 400k waste.
Would have gone.
But you see girl like this wearing wig of 400k. Now, if you ask her a question, she cannot even maybe give you the right answer. But she's wearing wig.
And one day we approach her now, she will say, I'm not your lady.
I'm not your type.
I can't see that she's on CCTV.
It's actually shameful.
It's really shameful, even as the ladies here. You know, it's really something to be ashamed of yourself. Yes. Why will a lady, like, you don't have work to, please endorse yourself.
That's why I was telling you, it's according to what? According to your money, not according to...
And most of them you see now, do you get one? Like most of them you see now, you see that with that week, you go to their house, they will tell, Mommy, give me that too, I want to eat. Like, they'll go and be fighting over one piece of food.
But if you check, at the end of the day, they do all these things to attract men that have money. You know, these men that are coming, they have their own target. They have what they are looking for. Now, it's not all about the wig. For me, I would just dress neatly, be beautiful. But I would not know how much your wig costs.
If you go to, let me look at our school, you will see that maybe a girl is wearing expensive. You see her, you go say, you know that if you see hot girl, you say, hey, this is hot girl. But if you see where she's staying, oh man, you go see like 4 of them, they squat for one room.
Yeah, normal.
But when they come outside, she go tell say, I'm not your mate. But if you go and see, you see that maybe they're even sleeping on mat.
Yeah, definitely.
What you're saying is true. In places like in a place like Lagos, someone will tell you, I stay in Aja. But you go to Aja, you notice that part of the Aja she's being proud of is a Paco house. It's a Paco house, and maybe very close to the beach. You understand? There are people like that.
But when the guys mostly work on where we stay, than how we appear outside. You understand?
Well, actually, it's not bad to have a very good outward appearance. But at least let's live our life according to our income. Let it be balanced so that you not be stressing yourself over certain things.
Over 400k.
Over 400k, guys, it's stolen.
Wow. Thank you so much for all your wonderful comments. All right, viewers out there, you heard from my guests today in the studio. They gave in the air out their own beautiful and wonderful opinion and comment. For the ladies out there, please live a life not to impress, but live a life to build your own self-dignity, because your dignity matters a lot than impressing people. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching today's episode of What's Trending on Some TV, the Pulse of the Nation. I still remain your anchor for this wonderful evening, Teresa Ibaduse, aka Tessie Stone. But I won't forget to appreciate my guests today with me in the studio. Thank you so much all for coming to today's wonderful episode of What's Trending on Some TV. And if you also want to be part of us, you want to be our guest, you can just drop a message on our Facebook. You will also be part of us live and direct, and then you'll be able to air out your own opinion to audience out there also. And I won't forget to appreciate my producer and person of James Emmanuel Atta, and also the floor manager and person of Dominion, aka Planner. Thank you so much for watching today's edition of What's Trending. Do have a wonderful evening, but a big shout out again to the CEO of Some TV. A wonderful happy birthday, sir. More grace to you and more strength. Good evening.
Everyone, ciao a tutti.